My name is Isaiah Henderson, and I live in the East New York section of Brooklyn. Now, East New York is a pretty big section of Brooklyn, but to start off the tour, we'll go down to a pretty central location, a train station called Broadway Junction. Broadway Junction has sometimes been known by the locals as the Baby Grand Central. At Broadway Junction, you have service to the A, C, J, Z, and L train lines. That includes service to the Canarsie section of Brooklyn, the Jamaican section of Queens, and the Rockaway section of Queens, as well as 8th Avenue, 6th Avenue, 1st Avenue, Broadway, and 2nd Avenues in Manhattan. Broadway Junction is like one of the major arteries to Brooklyn. In the areas surrounding the Broadway Junction station, we have the Callahan-Kelly Park, which stretches the length of 2 blocks. We also have a neighborhood supermarket right across the street from the park on the back side. Down the block, there's a fast food restaurant, a barbershop, and beauty salon. East New York is not just another old boring neighborhood, but rather a neighborhood of almost a multicultural family type feel. Another landmark to be found in East New York is its great architecturally designed buildings. The names of these buildings are called projects. Some of the projects in my neighborhood have somewhere around 20 floors, but others have about 10 to 12. In my neighborhood, we also have 2 and 3 family homes, as well as a convenient laundromat and family dollar store. Our local laundromat has about 98 washing machines, every so many a size larger than the next. And there are also about 100 dryers. All the dryers are the same sizes, but they're still pretty large. There are also about 8 vending machines, some of which have beverages and snacks, and another that has classic collectible basketball, baseball, football, and even Pokemon trading cards. Let's take a glance at my building now. At first look, most people will never realize or recognize that the building I live in is run by DHS. My apartment complex, so to speak, consists of 2 buildings. Each building has 6 floors. My building has both an A and a B side to it, while the other building just has numbered apartments. I live on the B side. There's also a playground in between both of the buildings. Outside the buildings, you have the elevated New York City transit tracks for the L train, and on the ground below the building are some railroad tracks, which every now and again are used. Sometimes in the late hours of the night, you will hear the loud whistle of a freight train going by down there. The whole complex stretches 1 block from East New York Avenue to Liberty Avenue on Junior Street. My apartment is set up like a studio. There are 3 beds, small dining table, AC unit, kitchenette. It's small and there's no TV or computer, but it does make do. When one comes to East New York and even other parts of Brooklyn, Manhattan, or any of the other 5 boroughs, you can always find something, somewhere, or someone that can show you the best sides to anything. There are many stereotypes to New York City, and without a doubt, I can say that most of them are, if not all, true. But even still, there's a story behind everything. Some of the greatest actors, directors, and musical artists have come from out of some of the poorest parts of New York City. I can show you just about any place in New York and make you smile until it hurts. And like I said, no matter what you hear about New York, whether positive or negative, there's always going to be those areas where you can just feel the effervescence, the peace, kinship, camaraderie, and even love. East New York, as well as all of New York City, is a book, and there's more to it than just its cover.